The night God's plan feels the cruelest is usually the night it is just beginning. This is that night. In a small riverside village of bent palms and mud walls lived a boy named Orion, 17 years old, top of his class, the only light in his widowed mother's eyes. Every evening she would sit on the doorstep waiting for him to come home from school, his report card clutched like treasure. She used to say, "One day, Beta, you will cross this river and never have to look back." One monsoon the sky turned black for 3 straight days. The river, which had always been a quiet friend, suddenly roared like a wounded animal. By morning, it had swallowed their tiny mud house, their books, the tin box with every rupee they had saved for Arian's college, and his mother. When the water finally pulled back, Arian stood alone on the empty bank in his soaked school uniform, one ruined notebook drifting past like a dead fish. He picked up a sharp stone, threw it at the sky, and screamed until his voice cracked into nothing. "If you have a plan for me, show me now, because right now it looks like you just erased my whole world." That same afternoon, an old boatman with white hair and hands like driftwood heard the scream echoing across the flood. He rowed over through floating roofs and broken cradles, reached out a calloused hand, and said only 6 words, "Row with me." "We'll find out." Arian climbed in. Day after day they rowed, through villages that had lost everything, past mothers still walking the banks, calling names the river had already taken, past sorrow too heavy for words. Every settlement they reached had lost everything, yet every settlement still needed someone to carry the fevered grandmother, the newborn wrapped in a torn sari, the boy with the broken leg across the last stretch of water to dry ground. Arian's palms hurt, his shoulders burned like fire, his heart stayed heavy. Night after night, he lay in the boat staring at the stars, whispering the same raw question. "When will your plan start looking like a plan?" The old boatman never answered, only handed him the oar again at dawn. 3 months bled into one another. Arian stopped counting the days and started counting the people he carried. An old teacher clutching a single chalk box, a carpenter guarding his only saw, a doctor who had lost her hospital but still carried her stethoscope like hope, a pregnant woman who gave birth in the boat under a torn plastic sheet while Arian held the lantern with trembling hands. 312 lives, 312 reasons to keep rowing when he wanted to let the river take him too. Then, on the morning the waters finally fell for good, they tied the boat to a neem tree on high ground for the last time. A little girl Arian had carried weeks earlier, barely 6, barefoot, eyes too old for her face, came running through the crowd. She pressed a folded piece of paper into his cracked, salt-stiff hand and ran away before he could speak. He opened it slowly. It was a child's drawing in charcoal and mud, a stick boy in a boat, a huge yellow sun rising behind him, and underneath, in shaky letters that took up the whole page, "Thank you for being God's plan." Arian sat down in the wet mud, pressed the drawing to his heart, and cried like the sky had cried the night it took his mother, not from pain this time, but from the first taste of meaning. Sometimes God's plan for you does not begin when everything is given to you. It begins when everything is taken away, so your empty hands have room to carry someone else across their darkest water. You are not forgotten. You are being emptied on purpose, so you can become the answer someone else is screaming for, but has no words left to pray. Hold on. Row one more time. The sunrise you cannot see yet is already looking for you, and it is using your arms to reach the one still drowning. God's plan is still pulling you, and through you, someone else ashore. Thank you for watching till the end. If this story touched you, quietly leave one small boat below and subscribe for more tales that turn pain into purpose.